Hey guys! So this is episode 1 of a new series that me and LegoGunn Builds
Heyo.
are going to be starting. We're calling it Lego Talks with a Z. Stylish. So on in this series we're going to just be talking about Lego sets, similar to LegoGunn Builds' Lego News, sort of. So this week's episode is we're going to be talking about the new AT-AT that is going to be released. So, LegoGunn Builds, your thoughts?
Um, I think it's interesting because right here I have the 2014 AT-AT, and when it came out, it was $110. And from the pictures we've gotten so far, the new one doesn't look that much bigger, and it's rumored to be over 150, around $160. So I'm just not sure if it's worth the money, but we'll see. The set itself looks great, though.
Yes, I would really like to add this to my collection. Pretty cool meme. Um, so it is a very big set, but the detail, as all of the Star Wars sets usually are is very nice, and I'm thinking it might be a collector's edition. We don't know for sure, but I myself think it might be.
Yeah, one of the things I like about it is that in the 2014 version, the inside, so the inside on this one, it really has nothing on the inside of it. And the new one from the pictures, it has seating areas and weapon racks, and it even has a speeder bike inside. So that's one thing that I think is an improvement. And also in this version, it can only hold one minifigure in the head or pilot seat, and in the new one, it can hold, I think it was 2 or 3. So definitely some improvements on the interior.
Mm-hmm. So, thing about I like a lot about Lego that sometimes they don't do is, as you said, having stuff on the interior, like with certain sets, they will not have anything on the interior; it will just be bland. But in other sets, it will have stuff in it. And um, that's another reason I think this might be a collector's, because first of all, it looks I'm kind of repeating myself, but it looks better, and it will have stuff on the interior, so it's if it's not a collector's edition, it's at least a good upgrade.
Yeah, one thing, like at this point in time, Star Wars Lego sets for the most part, when you compare them to like early 2000s, nearly every instance of today's Lego sets compared to the early 2000s is better, in my opinion. And I think a lot of people would agree with that. But I think now at this point, there's not much more that Lego can do to make them better. There's certain little things, but for the most part, like even the 2014 AT-AT, it still looks pretty nice, accurate, and it functions well. So I'm just not sure how much better of an AT-AT or any like a Star Wars set for that matter we can get, because it's and in the example of minifigures, like the new stormtroopers, um, there's not really much more you can do with those. And say the battle droids, we've had that same battle droid design since Lego Star Wars was first conceived. So I'm just wondering, is there actually a better way to do this? Because at this point, I think there's really nothing we can do to improve upon it. Although I would like to see a motorized AT-AT, because they did have one a long time ago, and I thought that was pretty cool. So that'd be pretty cool if you could add like power functions to it or something.
Yeah, that would be awesome. Maybe with Lego Boost, since that's one of the new things. Kind of
It'd probably make
replacing.
the set cheaper than adding Mindstorm motors to it.
Oh yeah, because those are pretty expensive. So I'm looking at the picture right now for the new AT-AT, and it says it's celebrating 40 years of the Empire Strikes Back, which is which is great. I love that. I love that film, and that's the first time we got to see it. This is the first time that we got to see the AT-AT, and we get flick fire missiles, from what I see. And Lego
I
Gun
mean, hey,
Builds.
I'd prefer that to stud shooters.
What? So I just gagged because of the stud shooters. Anyway, yeah, Lego Gun Builds has a video about that. It's very good lecture. Well, not really a lecture, but he's just talking
Hey,
about.
I still think there are good. I still think there are good uses of the stud shooter, especially like it's really what really gets me is on Star Wars sets, really,
Yeah.
because like they're just giant. They're just too big. They look awkward to me.
Yeah.
And, like, you know, I in that video I was kind of exaggerating about how much I hate them. I don't hate them. It's just sometimes I think like the set would look better with just without them. And you know, you can always just take them off. But my main thing is on Star Wars sets, just don't include them where they don't belong. And in battle packs, just give them regular weapons because stud shooters for minifigures look kind of dumb.
Yeah, it doesn't look right.
Like the Mandalorian battle pack. Imagine if they had gotten the blaster rifles that we used to get.
Yeah, that would be awesome. Part of me is
better.
Part of me is also thinking it would be phenomenally great if they did a new mold. Lego's probably not going to do this, but Lego, if you're listening, please do this. They made a new mold for the Mandalorian's rifle.
Oh yeah, that would be nice.
There's some bootlegs of it, but
well, you know, that's one thing. If any of you who are watching have never heard of it, check out Clone Army Customs. They have some awesome clone figures and just Star Wars figs in general, and they have all the movie accurate blasters. It's actually really cool.
Yeah. I'll put their link in the description. So this set, it comes with 6 minifigures, I believe. Yeah, it has 6 minifigures. It's got, man, I sound like a Lego reviewer now. It sounds like it's got 2 snowtroopers, 2 Imperial Walker troopers, the pilots. There's a guy in LegoGunn Builds. Could you help me out here? I think he's like a
General Veers.
Yeah, I believe so. I can't really read it. And then you have Luke Skywalker.
Yeah. I actually like the minifigure selection better this time. Last time I believe there was a snowtrooper commander, 1 AT-AT pilot, and General Veers. So last time, not as great as a minifigure selection. I don't think they changed General Veers that much, if at all, because I didn't. Just looking at the pictures a couple times, I didn't see many differences. But the Luke Skywalker looks great. The snowtroopers, the new ones, they look great too. And the AT-AT pilots, I don't think they changed them either, but getting 2 of them will be nice.
Yeah. So, LegoGunn Builds, you said one time that you might do a comparison of the 2?
Yeah, maybe. I'm not sure if I'll get it or not, or when I'll get it or whatever, but you know, maybe I might do that in the future if I feel like it.
Yeah. So I'm actually looking at the 2014 AT-AT. And so this is, I have 3 tabs open right now, one for the recording and 2 others for the AT-ATs. So they look, I'm kind of noticing that the AT-AT for 2020 the legs look skinnier, just a little bit. Like they look.
And I feel like the main body kind of looks a bit more boxy. I don't know.
Also, it looks like there's actually a couple more darker pieces for the build. Like there's dark gray around it.
On the new one?
Yeah, I mean there was on the old one, but it just looks like it has like a little darker, just a small bit.
Well, yeah, then again, that goes back to what I was saying about how we can't really get much, like, I'm not sure how we would get much better.
Hmm.
Uh, like, every once in a while, if, like a popular set like the AT-AT obviously deserves a re-release for like 40 years of Empire. And, it's such a popular vehicle. Of course, they'd re-release it every few years. But my thing is, like, I'm just wondering if there's like a way to really improve it. Because, of course, mock builders get it like perfect. But,
Yeah,
like, can't play by those same rules because they have an entire market to sell to, not just themselves. So I'm just wondering, is there a way to make it just any better without breaking any of the rules that mock builders don't have to follow? So I'm just wondering if they can make it better in that way.
yeah, because mock builders, um, they have more pieces that like um the one from 2014 has 1,137 pieces, but for mocks they have probably hundreds more because they're like years and years working on like one thing, but they also have huge collections.
Yeah. Not to mention that's one thing. Lego has all the illegal rules that they can't use yet mock builders can. So I guess
Yeah.
there's just a fine line of where they can go and can't go. Which that I'm just trying to think: is there any way where they could get this better without breaking any of those rules? Because really, I don't think so. I think both of the 2014 and 2020 AT-ATs look really good.
Hmm.
Um, but I don't know. Um, I'm just not sure about um well, I guess what I'm saying is I'm just not sure if the design will change much in the future, because over the past just couple decades since Lego Star Wars first came out, like, it's changed drastically, but these past two look pretty similar. So I'm
Hmm.
thinking, is it going to change that much the next time, and like there's probably a few other examples of that recently.
Hmm. So I was gonna say something about the piece difference, but for the 2021, I do not see a piece amount. So that's kind of disappointing.
Well,
But
I think that's because you're looking at the European boxes where they don't have the piece count on them.
oh, um,
Yeah, in Europe, well, pretty much everywhere besides the US, they actually don't have the piece number on them.
oh, that's weird.
Yeah, I'm not sure why. It's just you can tell where it's from if there's the pieces on there or not.
Yeah, I wanted to point out one other thing is that both the 2014 one and the 2021 both have the Darth Vader at the top of the box as the icon, which is kind of ironic.
Yeah, I think that's just more of a coincidence than anything. But
Yeah,
as my boy Palps once said, ironic.
yeah. Ironic. Um, so this is another thing I wanna bring up is again kind of going off one thing that LegoGunn Builds has with his sets that need to be remade series. What other sets would you like to see with the 40, like since this is the 40-year anniversary of Empire Strikes Back? Um, if they have one for Return of the Jedi, would you want to see like a new ATST or
Ooh, wait. So, like, what would be the 40th anniversary for Return of the Jedi? What set would I want to see?
yeah?
Probably, I gotta say, that's a toughie. Because on one hand, I would really love to see Jabba's palace, like a full Sarlacc pit where it comes with his sail barge, a big Sarlacc pit and maybe a skiff or something, like have a big set like that, or have like a full-on Jabba's palace, kind of like they had in 2012.
Mm-hmm.
So one of those, or because you're making this a hard decision because they haven't made the bunker on Endor. They only made that once a long time ago. So it was the bunker on Endor for the shield generator.
That's a good one.
And it came with an ATST. So I'm thinking maybe they could do that, like the shield generator and ATST. They could make like a larger shield generator because it has, it doesn't only have the bunker, but it has like the full interior, the full like landing platform and the giant radar dish and everything. And of course that would be a very large set, but I don't know. I think one of those three, Jabba's palace, the sail barge, Sarlacc pit, and the bunker, one of those.
I was gonna say, kind of going off of what you just said, you could maybe have a smaller bunker, but maybe redo the Ewok village. That would be pretty cool.
That would be really interesting. I'm not sure what they would redo. That's actually a really interesting idea. I hadn't thought about that. Well, all right, since it's still pretty early in the year, we're getting to halfway through the year, and do you think they might release another 40 anniversary of Empire set? And if so, what would you want to see? Like, which set would you want them to remake?
Okay, so I have two things I would want to see. I would either want to see the like a bigger version of the carbonite chamber, or the "I am your father" scene.
Those would be cool.
Like have probably not the "I am your father" one, but you could have it be kind of similar to the Duel of Fates one we got, where it had like where you would have Darth Maul fall into the pit. It could be similar to that, but between those two, I would probably want to see the carbonite chamber more.
Yeah, that'd be pretty cool. I'm not sure if there's any others I'd want to see because last time they made the UCS Echo base, that did not go so well. And then they're already making the AT-AT. A few years ago they did the UCS Snow Speeder, and I mean, there's not much you can do with Dagobah because I think it was in 2017 or something, or 2018, they did the Yoda's hut, and then there's Cloud City, which they did, which are kind of the things you're talking about. So yeah, I'd be inclined to agree with you. So a carbonite freezing chamber, because you did have one like that where it was small in 2015.
I have that set.
Yeah, that's where I got my Boba Fett minifigure.
Yeah, me too. Memories. Okay, so another thing since we're talking about remakes, this is a little far-fetched, but for like maybe maybe 30th anniversary of, say, The Force Awakens, what would you want to see? We're gonna be going on this for a while.
Well, I think this might just be an entire video topic by itself, just seeing things for anniversaries and stuff. But just for now, Force Awakens, I don't know. Here, I'd have to think about that. Probably something to do with Starkiller Base.
Ooh, yeah.
Or Taco, maybe UC. This would be cool. UCS Maz's castle.
Oh yeah, that
would be a great set because you could have all the like aliens inside, and you could have Maz. You could have old Han, Rey, Finn, Chewie. Heck, you could even do like a small Millennium Falcon if you wanted to. Maybe I don't know, and like you could almost do it like some of those micro scale sets, like the Harry Potter Hogwarts. The huge one.
Yeah.
You could do that, but for Maz's castle. I think that'd be pretty cool.
So yeah, we'll stop talking about this because we'll probably have this in another video.
Yeah, we could probably just do a whole bunch with that.
So, yeah. On that note, we don't have that much left to talk about. So, see you guys next time for the next episode of Lego Talks.